So, hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? Monday morning, Porky's Corner. What should we talk about? You know. Right. Let's just blast through a few things. You all saw the show at the weekend, didn't you? I've done a video with Terry. That's out today. There's a great one, Steffi Bull, Dennis Obson video. Put a bit of production into that. That's out. There's this one. So that's free today. Then it's just a case of waiting for the one that I did. The road trip one. That's a good one. That's a real good one. Bit funny, that one as well. So just a case of me getting some videos out for you. These are all extra ones. All right, you're probably going to end up with 23, 24, 25, 26, 10 members. You're probably going to end up with 6 or 7 extra videos this month. So all them people who you keep emailing me, sound like Dave Allen, don't I? People keep emailing me complaining because I've had a bit of time off. Right. You do this from early in the morning till late at night. You get on top of it, you need to take a break. You know, I'm a hard worker. I don't just have this to do. This don't pay any bills, does it? It's a non-profit making channel. So, you know, you have to ease up with your comments. So, but if you're going to keep sending stuff like that, you'll not get a reply. They'll just not reply to you. So if I see it, I'll just reply and I'll say, fuck off. That's it. What are you going to do? I'm going to come knock on the door here. Come anytime you want. So I'm not going to be abused just because we haven't put videos out. All right, let's get that fucking straight. Right. Joshua. Obviously, he's all over news and that, innit? They're all scrambling for cover, aren't they? So let's just break it down here. And I'm not gloating here because we all know what's going on up there at the EIS, don't we? Right. So let's just look at it from the beginning. Right. We know he got done for 2 bad assaults, don't we? We all know what happened. He got caught with cannabis, you know, in a GB sponsored Merc, and you know, he went to prison for 2 weeks, and McCracken and them wanted to get him out, and blah de blah. They were sending letters to courts and all this blah de blah to Judge. Look, he got community service, didn't he, after 2 weeks in jail? 2 weeks. I've done that in canteen queue. Didn't like it in there, did he? Now, Joshua's an on-top fighter, like Mike Tyson. All you Mike Tyson fans out there, fuck you, he's a rapist, convicted rapist, and battered an old couple. I've got no time for him. Mike Tyson were an on-top fighter, aka a bully. Joshua's a bully. Stand up to him, you don't know what to do, does he? He's like a fish out of water. It's all right knocking Gary Cornish about and sticking your tongue out and blah, blah, blah. Look. Who's Joshua's elite win? Who's his elite win? He's been a world champion 6 years. Can somebody tell me his best win? And is it elite? You'd have to say Vladimir is his best win, wouldn't you? In his 42nd year, 69 fight, 18-month on settee. That's his best win. He's not got an elite win. Everybody in the boxing industry knows that he didn't want to fight Usyk, but Frank Warren and Fury played a blinder, as I said with Terry last night. They said, no, we'll fight you, but it's got to be for undisputed, all the belts. So they had to take care of Usyk. They were backed into a corner. Usyk had a better step aside money. Eddie Hearn parked him up. He even put Chisora into him to try and get rid of him. They wanted him to go away. He won't go away. I read into all this and I said, Usyk beats him. All right. So now relieve Mickey Theo of his 400. In fact, Mickey Theo's doubled the bet up to 800 quid now, and he wants Wilder in the Fury fight. I went, okay. Free money. We'll keep going, Mick, until I've got enough to buy a Bentley like you. Keep doubling it up, kid. And then I'll get Bentley converted to fucking cherry diesel. They didn't want to fight Usyk. He was took kicking and screaming to the ring. We know he didn't want to fight Wilder because he was there when Wilder got iced. When Audley Harrison was iced by Wilder. He was there in Sheffield that night. So they don't want to go near Wilder. They didn't want Usyk, but they had to fight him because they wanted the big money fight. Definitely don't want to fight Tyson Fury. Luis Ortiz, Eddie Hearn signed him to keep him away from Joshua. So Eddie Hearn signs a WBA interim champion that could be upgraded and #1 ranked. Eddie Hearn signs him, but yet he don't put pressure on WBA, his best friends, Gilberto Mendoza. Eddie Hearn doesn't put pressure on the WBA to upgrade him to full championship status. Why is that? Well, we know, don't we? So they didn't want Ortiz, definitely don't want Ergovic, and he didn't even dream about Joe Joyce. Do you know what I mean? One thing Dave Allen said to me once, he said, Joshua is big and hollow, and he couldn't push him around in clinches. He could push him around in clinches, but Dave couldn't do the same thing with Dubois or Joyce. So is Joshua just a skinny boy with a bit of muscle on him and not strong inside? Is he hollow? I'm not so sure. But Usyk seemed to be manhandling him, didn't he? In the few clinches that they did have. So, but it was a good fight, wasn't it? I enjoyed it. It was nice to see Joshua at his comfort zone. The fear in his face from round one. Anybody who wants to watch the fight again, go and watch round one. The fear in his face is unbelievable. He was acting strange all the way up to the fight. He even ran to the ring trying to show strength, but it didn't show weakness because it's something out of the ordinary. He should have savoured the moment walking to the gym, shouldn't he? Walking to the ring, sorry. But is Joshua the best of his era? No. Is he pound for pound top 10 or top 15 in Ring Magazine across the board at all weight divisions? Is he fuck? Everybody fell in love with him. Perfect physique, says all right things, does all right things, surrounded by entourage and leeches and hangers-on. Saying all right things, big perfect smile at his teeth, done blah de blah. Great story, drug dealer, crime, whatever, crimester, whatever they call it, criminal, turned his life around, fair enough. Listen, he was a fucking bully in Watford and he's a bully in the ring now. He's a sullen cunt outside of boxing, so don't be fooled by all that when the camera's in front of him. Load of bollocks. Load of bollocks. Was it a Ponzi scheme? Now that's going to be the title for this video. Was it a Ponzi scheme? I think it were. I mean, we're talking about a guy here that's, you know, top line. He's had £250 million. I don't know what his net is on that, but he's earned £250 million, and he's on his way probably to £500 million net, you know, before stoppages and whatever. He's probably got about 150 in bank, right? For doing what? He's not got a fucking elite win. Gifted an Olympic medal. He only beat the Chinaman. The other 3 fights were gifts. Usyk did it the hard way. Usyk doesn't speak about money, does he? Well, he doesn't, does he? Legacy, man, Usyk. Legacy. Does Robert McCracken have to take... All right for you, Joe. Does Robert McCracken have to take responsibility? Yeah, but should he be sacked? Yeah, it's only one fight, isn't it? But Robert McCracken were not there, were he? But I don't know if it's over a month or just under a month. We're in Japan, wasn't he, Robert McCracken, for Olympics? Why couldn't Joshua go out there and do some training? You know, McCracken doesn't do that many sessions with him, but I don't know. He wanted to be over here. He's surrounded by leeches, Joshua. The kid must be under so much pressure. But what can you do? What can you do when you've got people vying for your affection all day? His head must be spinning. But the wheels have come off now. It's all crumbled, hasn't it? And Eddie Hearn will know that. We've all seen his reaction, haven't we, when somebody said, "Hey, Eddie, you're pricking a wig." He turned around and went, "You sure you said no, aren't you? Eddie, you think I'd fucking shit myself with you? I'd just grab my Stella and I'd launch it straight at you, you fucking prick." But when you scratch the surface about it all, really, it's all been a cash grab, hasn't it? Greedy people, all of them. And greed reaches inside core here, doesn't it? Greed reaches inside here. And that's what's happened. All them dossers up there, I've been up there many times. I see them all linked about around that EIS and strolling about and going to Adam Etchett's uncle's cafe. Is it Terry Etchett's? Just at back of AJ Hobson and Scrappy. They're all lingering around there and, you know, sat in Range Rovers and doing what they're doing and in Meadowhall and all that. Fucking dossers, what do they do? What the fuck do all them leechers do? Is it AKA Skins? AKA Skins, you look like a dick with that ponytail, you prick. Go and get a fucking job, you ponds. But when you scratch the surface, though, who else has Robert McCracken trained and done any good with as a pro? Oh, Tyson Fury went to him, didn't he? For his 10th fight. Did one camp with him and one professional fight. He didn't go back, did he? You know what I mean? He didn't go back. So who else has he had? Carl Froch, but Carl Froch were a decorated amateur, wasn't he? World Championship bronze medalist. You know, so he's already on map, isn't he? You know, he missed the Olympics by thickness of his whatever vest. 1 point, so they'd have been at Olympics 2000 with Audley and them. So Carl Froch were already there, wanted there were already something to work with. But who has he really done? Who has Robert McCracken else has he trained to done well with? Who? Did he have Dave Walker? I'm not sure. Can't remember, but he's had other people when he started with Hennessy, but only Froch really won a world title with him, and Joshua from debut. But Joshua was an Olympic gold medalist, wasn't he? I know by hook or crook or by default, but they bought him the belt against Charlie Martin, didn't they? And all them defences, they're all garbage, weren't they? All old fucking men. Puglev, Povetkins, Eric fucking Molina, Brazil, fucking were an American footballer, wasn't he? What the fucking hell? Everybody bought into it, didn't they? Then Andy Ruiz, a fat man, punched him upside down. You know, and everybody bought into it, didn't they? And I kept saying, fucking, I can't wait while they're backed into a corner. They've got to fight somebody who's elite, like Fury, Wilder, Usyk, Ortiz. You know, Joyce, you put him in the elite bracket, wouldn't you? And Ergovic's getting there, aren't they? You're not fucking calling out these fucking hungry lions, are they? These are lions. Lions in the camp. Lions in the jungle. Now they're talking, oh, Dylan fucking White, who's a busted flush. It wouldn't surprise me if they tried to delay this and try to block Usyk and stick somebody else into him. You know, like a Dylan White. Do you know what I mean? So Eddie's head will be fucking spinning at the moment because he's in disarray, and the landscape changes quickly in boxing. We're not saying Eddie Hearn's not an hard worker, but he's a greedy bastard, isn't he? So where does he go from here now, Joshua? They're going to try every manoeuvre in the book. Injuries, dates, all sorts. Having a rest. And they're going to do everything they can to get out of this rematch, in my opinion, because there's no way they can win it. Now, we all saw the scorecards, didn't we? We all saw the scorecard. We've got bad refereeing on the night. We've got terrible judging. Did you see Marcus McDonald's refereeing and judging in Atom fight? We've got Howard Foster, who should be fucking ashamed of himself. And I like Howard Foster, but they should be ashamed of themselves. what were going on. They fucking should be ashamed. And we've got timekeepers ringing the fucking bell when Joshua's getting pummeled on ropes end at 12. And the ringing bell, when it's 6, 7, 8 seconds. Somebody said it was 2 minutes 52 on clock. I've heard 2 minutes 53, so you'll have to go and check. That's a criminal offence, surely. And why is Robert Smith coming out saying he don't have to discipline his timekeeper or his judges and refs and that? What the fuck? The biggest fight of the year on the biggest stage, refereeing shocking on the night across the board in every fucking fight. The Florian Marco, whatever, the fucking Italian ref in that. I know that wasn't a border control referee, but fucking Marcus McDonald's a border ref. A-star Marcus McDonald. Marcus McDonald, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. Giving Ricky Hatton's kid that victory by a round. He never won a fucking clear round. He shared one round. Embarrassing. It's no wonder the crowd booed. But the timekeeper is the fucking weapon of the week, but I don't know his fucking name. So can anybody find out that timekeeper's name? Because I might have to fucking go down and knock on his door with camera and do Roger Cook on the cunt. So, will the usual names be wheeled out? You know, the usual suspects to train Joshua now. Go to Adam, move the Dark Lord. Will he be wheeled out? Or boxer-sized Ben Davidson? You know, or Shane Fury. Not Shane Fury. Shane McGuigan. You know what I mean? He's the go-to guy at the moment, isn't he? Pretty clean cut, got all his hair and that. Talks a good game, doesn't he? He's done well with Coley. He did well with other people, George Groves and that. Maybe Shane McGuigan might be it makes. Mark Tibbs, old Tibbo, he could be put forward, couldn't he? He'd take that job with Joshua, wouldn't he? But would Joshua want to work with other trainers that are training other fighters? No, Joshua would want your undivided attention for what he's paying, innit? But I've heard Don Charles is secretly whispering to a few people that he'd put his 10 mix. It'd have to be somebody that Eddie Hearn would want to get on with, wouldn't it? But Joshua's got to take responsibility as well, though, hasn't he? Because it's like an holiday camp up there at that EIS, isn't it? Too many dossers around him. Too many dossers. Dennis once said something to me years ago about fighters and when they start having a bit of success. Too many cooks spoil the broth, he used to say to me. So I used to say, well, what's the answer then? And he used to say, scheme, not scream. And I never really understood that, you know, for the first few years. But I do now. And people keep the powder dry, don't they? Or keep the cards close to the chest. But me, I fucking don't. It's a dosso up there at the EIS, mate. What's going on? Joshua's strutting around in his fucking flip-flops in between sessions. Everybody lolled about, fucking having something to eat, or they're in saunas and blah, blah, blah. That's lottery-funded equipment up there. It's not for fucking Joshua fighters or dossers who are his mates from Watford. Fucking, whatever you fucking had from up there, get gone. Consider it severance pay. Take the fucking train, get out of fucking Dodge. You're not welcome up there. You know what I mean? Fucking Joshua and some other cunt up there tried to tell my mate Nicky Smedley and somebody else, fucking, what are you doing in here? And they went, fuck off. They're not, well, you're not from around here. They're not bothered about them. Lottery funded up there for amateurs, not fucking professional multi-millionaires with $250 million in fucking bank, strutting around like you fucking own the place in your ice cream outfits. Or your black licorice fucking Under Armour tracky tops and all that shit that you wear. Do you know what I mean? We wouldn't have this with FA, would we? We wouldn't have certain football teams down there at that new facilities FA have got for football and say, no, only Man United can use this. No other teams can. They'd be fucking hell on. So, go to Adam Move. I like to see Adam Move get a job, actually, because I think he got a good CV. But David A, fucking hell, David A, why are you putting yourself in mix to fight Joshua and Usyk and fucking Derek Chisora? Fuck off out of the sport, David A. Fucking Ponds. Go get a job or get on fucking dole. If you're on Skid Row, go and get a job. There's jobs here if you want it, £10 an hour. Come and see your Uncle Big P. We'll get you packing. You prick. Do you know what I mean? Eddie Hearn fucking, it seems to be in every interview, doesn't he? He seems to be Joshua's spokesman and never fucking shuts up, does he? Always plenty to say for himself, Mr. Front and Centre. Has he got to take responsibility for this? Because deep down, he knows he's boxing and he knew that was a fucking hard fight yesterday. Like I told you all, I shook up the world. Usyk schools him and he fucking did. You know what I mean? And the bookies now are saying that they've saved £14 million because the fight was stopped in round 12 when it's 7-8 seconds early. Because he was fucking getting knocked out, Joshua. They had to sit him down. He was fucking all over the place. All he did in the middle of that flurry from Usyk would go like that. And he was like, oh, like fucking like a zombie. You know what I mean? And Terry Chappendama's right. Frank Bruno would have punched the fuck out Joshua. It would have punched him upside down. So does Joshua now go down as one of the worst heavyweight champions ever? You'd have to put him in that fucking bracket, wouldn't you? Even though he's had all them defences. Who the fuck has he beat? He's not got an elite win. Oliver McCall, right, with Frank Bruno's best win. Would you put that win against anything better than Joshua's got? Yeah, you'd say it were a better win than Vladimir won, wouldn't you? Hey, McCall did Lennox Lewis, didn't he? So could you imagine Lennox Lewis against Joshua? Joshua were fucking insulting him on Twitter. So, crossbar. That's how I look at it. So people need to get off the fucking high horse. He's been beat, and they're going to try and put as much spin on it as they fucking can, but fans are sick of it. We're not going to fall for it, are we? We're not going to fall for shite. Utter shite. The man can't fight for toffee. Can't fight for fucking toffee. So, can't get no fucking diesel anywhere. Need some diesel on them going Manchester at weekend. That big plane. Get me fucking COVID test. I'm debating whether to just go queue outside the petrol station and put up with queue. It's a fucking joke, this country, innit, at the moment. A joke. We're controlled by the New World Order. If it's not fucking petrol, it's lockdowns in your house. Or price of bread going up. Fucking scandalous. Panic buyers. All these idiots filling all your jerry cans at fucking petrol station. You fucking pricks. Causing big queues and hogging all diesel. It's all right for me to do it, but not you fuckers. I think that's about it, really. I'm just fucking pissed off. I get pissed off easy with boxing. So I think that's about it. Big shout out to Paul from Sussex. Big shout out Mickey Fio. Harley J. Marshall. Hope you're well, mate. Big shout out to Dennis Hobson for Dolce Gabbana coat. Hey, Dennis, this will keep me warm this winter. No, you're fucking not having it back. That's about it. We've got a few videos coming out this week, and then you'll get note from this weekend to weekend after. So you've been on for a week because I'm away. But I might do a few videos while I'm out there. I'm going to do some filming for Cosmetic Beach. Might knock me a bit off me invoice for teeth. Or big them up. So if my teeth look good on this channel, they'll get loads of business, won't they? So who knows, I might get a free facelift. Not that I need one. So big shout out to Claire Marsh. How are you doing, Claire? Hope you're well up there in Newcastle. Keep down in them pints. Okie dokie. There was something else I wanted to say. Oh yeah. Eddie Hearn talks utter. Peace out.